Hey, it's State Representative Seth Grove. We're here at Austin International Airport with the Texas Army National Guard 128th Air Assault. We're boarding Chinooks for a 2.5-hour flight down to the Rio Grande Valley. We're going to be with the Texas Department of Public Safety. We're going to go check out some border processing centers and see the impact of immigration and border security nationally. We got a briefing by State Senator Phil King on the way over to the airport, and huge discussion on drugs and obviously human trafficking. Very anxious to see the impact of human trafficking as it relates to the national picture. We'll keep you updated as we go. I'll film where I can film and obviously get pictures, but we're going to do a little documentary throughout the day on the trip and what we find out to keep you in the loop, all right? I'll try to get some video on the Chinook flying, and then obviously about 2.5-hour flight, so we'll see you when we hit the ground in the Rio Grande, southern Texas. Hey, we're on the Rio Grande. We just got done a helicopter tour and fast boat tour. The Texas Highway Patrol operates some swift boats. Got to see them there. And Rio Grande, that we're looking towards actually Mexico. And then this is the U.S. side. Amazing tour. We also got to see a processing center operated by the Customs and Border Patrol. It was an amazing opportunity to get updated on the policy and what's happening. Human trafficking is actually predominantly much more lucrative for the cartel, so they are switching over and doing more of that. They were telling me they did an arrest of 3 individuals. They were paid about $8,000 a person, and obviously with drugs you have a loss of product. With human trafficking, there's no quote loss of product, you just find more and go do it. So human trafficking is a major problem, and we can track those individuals from crossing the border. We can follow them all the way up to Pennsylvania and to the Northeast. So this is the starting ground of drugs and unfortunately smuggled human beings coming into this country. A lot of times they'll come over to be promised quote safe houses, and they're really not. They're forced into sexual servitude or labor servitude when they get there to quote pay off their debts that keep on accumulating interest. So it's horrible. The detention facility was very interesting. They had all the families, kept all the families together. The unaccompanied minors were all put in one spot. They have problems right now with obviously getting placement for the kids. They do the best job they can. Obviously the detention facility is only 72 hours holding, and they move on. I'll update you later. We got to get moving. Bye. So we're back at the airfield at McAllen. Our rides back up to Austin are here, Texas National Guard. McAllen is the #1 location for illegal border crossings and drug incursion in the United States. We got a briefing at the, as I was saying earlier, we got a briefing at the Customs and Border Protection office at McAllen, and then we went over to their processing center, which is the most active one in the entire country. You know, from what we saw and what we heard, it's very humane. They treat every individual who's crossing the border with medical care. They're getting 3 squares a day. Actually, they don't have any disciplinary issues there. Everybody's actually, individuals are happy to get 3 square meals a day. Medical treatment, they're screened when they come in. They're screened when they are further screening for medical conditions. If there's something serious, they're taken to the hospital. So the state of Texas is incurring a lot of medical costs because of that. It was eye-opening. It was really sad to see a lot of the small children, particularly the ones that were there by themselves. It was really heartbreaking to see that. You know, from what I saw from the air, we got to see portions of the wall on the southern border. I can say, flying over the Rio Grande, it was apparent that it is a tough place to put a wall. In some spots, you're actually looking north into Mexico because of how the Rio Grande wraps. During our briefing, I think they said it's something like over 200 miles of river miles. If you would do a direct line, it'd be like around 125 miles, but it wraps around all over the place. When you're on the water, you can see all the egress points of where people are coming across. You can see the trails, the blown out rafts, and you can see it on the other side, the American side of the Rio Grande as well. So quite an experience. We definitely need a fix on immigration. We need a better processing, but we have to secure the border. It was apparently clear that we are overwhelmed 100%. The entire system, whether it's intake, even getting services with Health and Human Services, locating family members of children and so forth. So it's something definitely needs done. It was definitely an eye-opening experience, and something that is affecting Pennsylvania. The drugs and human trafficking are funneling up to our state, so we are paying for it dearly. So we're about to hop on a helicopter, a Chinook, back up to Austin, and one of the first things we got when we got down here, Brigadier General Bullock said thank you to the Pennsylvania National Guard for helping during Harvey. We sent in Chinooks. Their entire helicopter fleet was deployed out of country at the time. So thank you to the National Guard, Pennsylvania National Guard, for all you do, not only for Pennsylvanians, but you're all across the nation during times of emergency. With that, I will talk to you later. Bye.